Okay, Virgo, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Virgo, I knew this was going to happen. I'll tell you how I knew, because I did Cancer and Leo. I did their reading and they were pretty shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough stuff that those guys are going through. So be happy it ain't you. And that's what I knew in the back of my mind. Oh, I think I know what's going on. It's like it's getting heavier toward this section and it's letting up now. It's almost like somehow they're experiencing the tail end of the eclipse. And it's really rough, but you guys, it's almost like things are clearing up for. Interestingly enough, Mercury is going into retrograde. That is your ruling dignitary. It's your ruling energy. And at retrogrades, then it might seem like it's more difficult for you, but it's not. Because right now, go back and check out last week's reading, because right now you guys need things to slow down, because you're on overload, you're on hyperdrive, you're on your hypersensitization, and this close from nervous breakdown. So ultimately, like, that's the kind of energy that's been swarming around you. And so Virgo, for you, the peace of a retrograde it is going to be beautiful. Will there be frustrations? To be honest with you, I don't think so. I think this retrograde is going to be more about illuminating the things that are not understood, being able to take the time to review those aspects of the world that Saturn and Pluto are bringing back up. Where is your faith? Where is your focus? Where have you applied, really, truly, where have you applied your energy? And has it been to your greater purpose, or, your highest self? All of those things are going to become very tangible for you, because they may sound like too general right now, but in this Mercury retrograde, the conversations will be really focused here and now, one-on-one, for you to really be able to tap into them and like touch them, intellectually touch them, and be able to really work into them, understand them. It's like it's being delivered to you, like it's happening far away, but this time it's being delivered to you. All of those messages. You're finally going to know what you need. You're finally going to know what you want. All the confusion, all the chaos, all the craziness, something settles, and something settles in you. So this is a beautiful piece of finally understanding what your real desires are, what your real heart desires are. So Virgo, let's get into your reading. If you like this video, please remember to like it and share it on your social media platforms. And then, if you really like me, please remember to subscribe to the channel. That link is below. And then hit also that little bell and select all notifications so that you know when I upload all your favorite content. Virgo, you are uploaded with Cancer and Leo every single Friday. But don't just watch your sun sign, right? You watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign for a well-rounded reading. Enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. And you got this too. It's almost like you guys are having an awakening of your soul. Sort of like you had like a soul searching session, and now you're finding different ways, first of all, to calm yourself in order to heal yourself, in order to bring yourself back to a sense of, I'm happy again, I feel peace again, I feel balance again. It's like you're awakening to religion, spirituality, or it could just be meditation, or finding like a joy, an inspiration for your life. But enlightenment is more than that, and that's why I know that you're becoming illuminated and starting to really understand any kind of like difficult to comprehend things that you didn't understand, or things that were not comfortable with you. You're now able to touch them. You're also able to sort of see the truth about something, understand something that may have been in front of you the whole time, but you hadn't, you weren't aware of. This is about overcoming mountains, overcoming obstacles. And part of it is because you see it clearly now. I think it's really fantastic, right? That obstacles and burdens, say you have 50 boxes in front of you. they don't seem like, the biggest conflict is seeing them. It's like your boss telling you, you're gonna have a lot of work to do. You're gonna have a lot of work to do this week. You're gonna have a lot of work to do, but not telling you what the work is. And that's the most paranoia. That's the most paranoia and worrisome, like inducing energy, right? Just tell me what it is. Oh, you're gonna have 50 boxes to move. I don't care if those 50 boxes are all like 2 tons. I can figure out how to fucking move 50 boxes that are 2 tons. But I can't figure out shit if you don't tell me what the hell I'm gonna have to do. You were sick of the mystery. You were sick of the not knowing. Now that you know, you can put your very astute mind to work and start making those plans. So there's definitely clarification and clarification of complications or obstacles. Obstacles, like I said, that could have been in your way so you can connect with people again. And hasn't it been tough, man? It has been tough. Because you are such a social creature and you don't want to be kept away from people. I am crown of creation. So this is an illumination through creation. And this is your self-expression. So what is it that's on your mind? What is it that you're being inspired to think or want to do or want to talk about? This is a new beginning, a new start, sort of like recreating yourself, your life, recreating your life based on how you feel comfortable now, as well as starting to use things like creative freedom, writing, expression to get your thoughts down. You've been getting a lot of that energy, actually, Virgo. A lot of that energy has been coming through for you over the past like couple of months. I'm wondering if you're finally able to do that. Because let me say this to you. For those Virgos who have not been setting your actions or your experiences into the like creative conduits, creative channels, you're the ones that are you're degrading your brain. You're the ones that are collapsing the most and experiencing the most fear, because it is through creation that you will get the relief and the healing that you need, or at least have a focus for, you know, your overactive mind. But if you haven't been allowing that to yourself to do that, then I guarantee that's why things have felt completely out of hand. Passion ignited and authority. I think that you're studying so hard, you become an authority on something. It's almost like you have that desire, you have that focus now, and that focus has really lighted your flame and inspired you to become somebody that could tell other people what to do. Or you really feel like you have the kind of level of passion that an authority figure would have. But this is what I really think. I think that you become an authority on something because you have so much passion for it. There's also a sense of telling people what to do, wanting to tell people what to do, telling people what to do because you're so passionate about something. You have something to say. Say it through creativity, and more people will listen, instead of that's the suggestion. Say it, like, find a creative way to express what you're thinking so that it doesn't come across like this. Instead, it comes across as inspiration. That's the message. And I think that that's really what a lot of you are starting to do. A fiery climax approaches. This is definitely confrontation. But it's also, this is definitely confrontation. There is some, but it's a confrontation that you needed to have. Because it's been building for a while, and a time for healing. After this confrontation happens, the healing will start. I think the confrontation is on specific things that you know and understand, and you're butting heads with somebody because they don't want to hear it. But you're sick and tired of them not wanting to hear it. Or you're being very confrontational and forcing them out of their non-confrontational situation, or just to let you know somebody's about to come back at you. Somebody's about to come back at you with their ferocity and try to tell you something. Just to let you know, for some of you, it could be a little bit of a warning. Virgo, Please check out my new channel, Astrology Motivation. Astrology Motivation is where I post my daily tarot card readings and my weekly astrology forecasts and my weekly astrology motivation videos. So hop on over there. I'll attach the link above. I hope you'll subscribe there too. Also check out my live daily tarot card readings over on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries, because I get a lot, like, Instagram is different. It's not so ad driven. So I get to actually be a lot more candid over there, and I enjoy that. I hope you'll join me. Dare to be happy. Dare to be happy. And I think, yeah, and this is I take this quite literally. You're going to have to dare. At first, Virgo, it's going to feel like a risk, but it is accessible to you right now. Happiness. And it's eluded you for a while. So you're going to have to kick yourself out of that rut or comfort zone that you've gotten into, but it's there, it's accessible. And I think that for most of you, this is what you want anyway. You're just so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so you just want to take the risk to go and just let yourself be happy. This is about opening up. This is about allowing yourself to be connected with somebody. Speak with love. So using your words, take the risk, connect with somebody. Dare to be happy means dare to believe that this chance you're taking is going to end up in a good place. And this language of love, you can speak very well. Speak with love. Speak with love, speak with authority. Maybe you're looking to heal or to heal a situation between you and somebody that you care about. Or this is just like speak with love. Dare to be happy. Dare to tell somebody how you feel about them. Lend a hand is here. So you're trying to help, somebody, reaching out. It's almost like reaching out to somebody, maybe reaching out to somebody with words of love that you haven't spoken to in a while. I think sometimes you can work yourself up into a fret of, well, I hate them, or they stink because they haven't talked to me or they haven't communicated with me in a while. And that's just not always the case. I think that there's almost like it's almost like your heart wants to reach out to them. So let yourself, trust your heart. I would never tell you to go against your heart, but it's like your heart wants you to reach out. It doesn't want you to be angry. And so follow your heart. Get rid of the anger, get rid of the upset, the frustration, because why, right? What is it doing for you? It's certainly not helping you blow off some steam. So this is a decompression that needs to happen between you and somebody else. Of course, it's not just about talking, right? Conversation is about talking and listening. So it really is about reaching out and having a conversation with somebody. Blow off some steam is definitely, I think both sides. And for me, this is coming a little bit more from their side. They have something to say. Or you're going to hear from an authority figure in your life, a parent, a mother, father, or a boss that is maybe frustrated, maybe pissed, has had a lot to say, has wanted to say a lot, has wanted to get something off their chest, but they have not. And they're going to let you have it. So you could take these energies and basically take these energies and apply them to how they impact your life, right? This is help, unexpected help. Unexpected help or unexpected wisdom from a conversation with somebody that you didn't expect to offer you wisdom, or you didn't expect this to be a helpful situation or a helpful scenario, and weird, kind of different. It's almost like taking advice you normally would not take from somebody you wouldn't normally take it from. This is also putting your best foot forward, stepping out in your best clothes, in your best self, showing the world the best version of you. And then 12 is practice and rehearsal and connection with other people that, it's interesting. It's almost like you're practicing before you make the big move, right? It's almost like you're figuring out what you want to say before you actually say it to who you need to say it to. But this is also a sense of refining, trusting inspiration, even if it comes from weird places, and trusting and working on refining whatever it is you've been working on. It's almost like getting back in shape, but not just your physical self. It's like your emotional self, your mental self. That's kind of like what it is. Hold on. Let me get you more cards, Virgo. Remember, Virgo, there's always an extended, and that is an extended message from this, a message extended from this reading. It's more in depth, it gets into specifics, and as well, it includes a full romance reading specific for you. Love. Okay. This is finding a way back to loving yourself, or finding a way back to love, or just, seeing love and focusing on love. There's a lot of hurt. There's clearly a lot of, there's clearly a lot of, it seems like there's like dead things around her. But this is like finding the hope, finding the love. See, she's looking in the mirror. This is about finding a way to love yourself again. So you are struggling, or somebody that you know is really struggling with loving themselves and healing from not loving themselves. And this will take a lot of compassion. I feel like somebody has been like rehearsing in the mirror, practicing what they're going to say. It's frightening for them. It's scary. Something has touched their heart. Let's move on to this deck. Virgo. Loyal heart. This came out in reverse, so somebody feels that you've been disloyal, or you feel like they've been disloyal, and it's kind of broken their heart. This would have been somebody that you were extremely connected with. Could have been somebody that at one time you felt was wise. So somebody who was older or wiser than you. This is in reverse too, higher power. Oh, this is really beautiful. I love this card, but it's coming out in reverse too. It's almost like you haven't been able to have faith in a long time. In some ways, you haven't been able to have faith in a very long time in somebody, because you don't feel like they've been loyal, or they've been honest with you, or vice versa. They're feeling this way for you. So the confrontation has been building for a while, and disloyalty is interpreted here. But I don't think it's disloyalty. I think it's love disappointed. And I think it's a mixture of depression and sensitivity on both sides. So there's some sort of clarity through love that needs to really, I like honesty. Hi, sweetie. It's a sincerity clarity. It's almost like sometimes you need to yell and scream at each other, because it's been building for a long time, and you just need to say the truth to each other. And a lot of times we think that if we speak the truth to somebody, then they're going to hate us, but it's actually going to be like, like I needed to get that off my chest, and I needed to hear you say that, because I felt it, but you weren't saying it. You were keeping it from me, and it was causing a block, and it was causing animosity. So that's what needs to dissipate. Let's get into your animal totem readings, Virgo. Animal totems. Now remember, animal totems are definitely important. So animal totems are the spiritual world's way of connecting and communicating with you through the natural world. So wherever you see these animals, pictures, images, or the animals themselves, you know that they're sending you these specific messages that I'll tell you, but also you're being sent the message to pay attention and to watch very carefully everything that's happening around you at the time. At the time. Think on your feet. I feel this is happening in the past. So what's going on is in the past, there were a lot of changes and you felt really uncomfortable with them because things were thrown at you and you had to just improvise. And even though you may have dealt with that, you may have handled that, you're still in shock from it because you have been put into a state where you almost were weakened. You couldn't cope as much. There was all of a sudden, it's like you had to deal with everything all at once and you couldn't. You couldn't understand it. You had no experience. This was when you were young. You had no experience. You were not able to really cope with all the chaos because you had no experience to do it. This is, like I said, it's coming out way in the past. It felt like you had nothing, like everything was stripped from you and that the universe hated you and you really had nothing. You were just, it could be really, you had financial difficulties or you just felt like you had nothing. Sing your own song. You wanted to talk about things after the impossible happened or what you thought was impossible happened, but it made you very, very defensive and it made you lose faith in God. That's exactly what it's saying. It's almost like, this is what made you lose faith. And so I think what you're doing is you're finding your faith back. You're getting your faith back. You're starting to see, God is good again, or drawing a beautiful connection with spirit again, especially. It's almost like through spirit, your connection with spirit and faith is coming back. Now you can also somehow reconnect with a human being, another person. We have time to heal. 100%. There's poisons, there's toxins in you, and they have to be talked about. They have to come out. Okay, Virgo, let's keep going. This is electric eel. Clearly, you're not going to see an electric eel, but if you see electricity or any images, all of a sudden you have an idea or there's inspiration. It's almost like shocked back into life, and then be loyal. See, I told you, it's almost like you were shocked at somebody's disloyalty. This is dog, but it's in reverse. That's kind of what it is. You were shocked at somebody's disloyalty. Maybe they left home. They didn't want to be around you. You thought they didn't want to be around you, or you didn't want to be around them. So you could have shocked somebody with they perceived you being disloyal, and it all happened so quickly. But I think it was in response to how you felt sort of betrayed and let down years ago. And it's a direct correlation to that. And then we have open to infinite possibilities. You shut yourself down. It's almost like you shut down a conversation with somebody. Also, a sense of a public notoriety. You were tarnished. There could have been public embarrassment or humiliation, and somehow you weren't looked at the same, or you couldn't look at them the same way. And then embrace the in between. So this is going through a transitional period. Very unique experience during all these changes, trying to understand yourself and understand your direction in the world, trying to find your balance when you only have one leg to stand on. So and then we have be generous of spirit. So right now, I don't think you have a lot of confidence in the situation, or you're dealing with somebody who's very egotistical, or they think you're very egotistical. Either way, this is an ego out of control and in an unhealthy state. That's lion, right? That's the it's almost like turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace, putting your whole self in, or feeling like you've been put on the chopping block, if you will, like you've been sacrificed. Take a leap of faith. So this could also mean, this is also good luck. So what this means is if you put your whole self in, you just threw yourself into something, and now there's abundance or good luck, or you had to take this leap of faith, because if you didn't, you felt like you were going to be like on the chopping block and the sacrifice for something. Set healthy boundaries. This is very difficult because you feel crushed. You feel crushed by the defensiveness you've built around you to protect yourself from this hurt, but now it's crushing you, Virgo. So you almost like it's too heavy. You want out of that shell, and that's where you turn to spirit again, is to help me out of this being stuck, because I want to be able to breathe again. And it is going to have to be somebody, because Crow shows up to lead you out of the darkness, and it's like that tender voice of spirit coming at a time when you just, that at a time when you don't have faith in anything, but you have to. It's like you have nothing left but faith. So you hear its call all the more powerfully, and you turn to it. You're willing to listen to it now. We'll get into detail over in tarot, but hang out with me just for a second. I want to do your angel cards. Let's see what the angel cards come out for you. Okay. Trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. This is a good time for faith. Oh, positive outcome. The sun is about to burst through the clouds, and you will soon see things in a different light. Perspective is everything right now around the Sagittarius lunar eclipse. Perspective is everything. It makes something that seemed impossible very clearly possible. Something that previously seemed hopeless, I didn't even read, will soon be filled with nothing but hope. Okay? And change. Life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last. Because life is always changing. It is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful for what was, is, and forever will be. Okay, let's go to tarot. I hope you join me. Link is below. Bye, guys.